Welcome to Dark Horizon Creations. I'm Mike, and this time we're taking a look at the Transformers Kingdom Deluxe Arcee. Now, if you hadn't already, please follow, like, and subscribe to my social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get a notification of when I post new content. Arcee, really cool Autobot character. You know, I think it's fascinating that they have integrated female characters into the Transformers. You've got Arcee, Chromia, Elita 1, Lancer, Moonracer, all the other ones. Really just, awesome to have these characters in there. And, I really enjoyed seeing her in the Transformers Bumblebee live action film and the opening sequences on Cybertron. I thought that was awesome. And, then we see the female characters again in the War for Cybertron trilogy on Netflix, and it's just awesome. She's a really cool character, and I like her robot mode because it's reminiscent of the original G1 cartoon. I don't like the fact that she's a shell former. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that up front. If you don't have this action figure, that's the one negative about this toy. If you don't know what that is, it simply means that the robot does not transform. The entire alt mode, vehicle mode, is on their back in a backpack. So you transform that and then stuff her into it, and that's a downside. So for this one, I'm just planning to keep her in robot mode and repaint it. That's why I bought it. I knew ahead of time when I got it, how the figure was set up. Nonetheless, it's still a really cool action figure. And one of the things I want to point out that I haven't done so already about the packaging, if you look above her name, you see that her name is written out in Cybertronian. That's on the Transformer Kingdom packaging, and I think that's a really cool addition. Really awesome artwork. The side panel is just a continuation of what's on the front, but that's really, really neat. I like this. I think that's really cool artwork they've drawn there. Your obligatory product shots on the back of the toy, and you see the alt mode as well as her robot mode with her hoverboard. Artwork on the side. All right, guys, here's Arcee out of the packaging, and as you can see, she is really awesome. This is a very cool looking action figure. I think Hasbro did a great job with this, and the backpack is extremely obvious, and I'm going to go over that in just a few minutes. Nice pink and white color there. See, she's got a very nice head sculpt. Not many paint apps on it at all. And this presents an opportunity for those of you who like to customize your figures like I do. And I'll slide her out so you guys can see how far back this backpack extends away from her center of gravity, and I think that's one reason why they designed her foot pad the way that they did. And if you turn her around, you can see the back of her thigh and calf is hollow, which doesn't look too bad. Now, there's a third-party company out there selling a kit through TF Source in Hong Kong that has 3D printed thigh and calf parts to attach here, but they limit the articulation if you install them, and they also have a tendency to break. They also include a 3D printed blaster rifle for her and a 3D printed replacement backpack. It's still a really nice looking figure. As far as articulation, her head will swivel left and right. Won't really move up and down. Forward and lateral movement to shoulder, bicep rotation, bend at the elbow, no wrist swivel, waist swivel, forward and lateral movement at thigh rotation. See, that's double jointed there, double jointed knee, and her foot will pivot. Now, as far as height is concerned, in robot mode, she's just over 5 inches tall. with the backpack on. She's 5.5 inches tall. For those of you across the pond, Arcee stands at 12.5 centimeters, and then with the backpack right at 13 centimeters. Now for comparison, let's bring out the Voyager class Siege Optimus Prime, and you can see they look really good together. I say this over and over again, but the scale of these figures is perfect. I really like the scale. And you guys can see that I've weathered Optimus, applied a wash, painted in all the panel lines on him. As far as accessories are concerned, she includes this single small blaster made out of translucent plastic. For the backpack, you can detach it. If you pull it back, you depress this and it'll slide off. And if we do that, you fold these sections out, fold this down. Let me get this one out. There we go. And just, that gives her her little hoverboard, and you can take her foot pad and peg her onto it. Stay on it. Like so. All right, to transform Arcee. I have to say I usually have fun transforming a Transformer. She's an exception to the rule. So what we want to do is to extend the backpack slightly up, pull this part back, rotate it all the way around. And you want to go ahead and flip these panels out, pull these side panels down that are folded up on the inside, and tab those into those little slots. That's the back of the car mode. And just leave that hanging for just a moment. You're going to come up here to these side panels, and they take some force to snap that into place. And if that part isn't already, you want to extend it up. Okay. And you guys can see there is this this is going to go into the slot in her back. So you're just going to push that down like that, and then bring the car mode down. Her arms, you want to just push all the way back, and I slightly bend them so that they will sort of compress and give more space, because you're going to need it for her legs. Her legs, you want to rotate there at the lower thigh joint, right there. And they're going to fold up at an angle like this. I know it looks ridiculous. And her knee joint is supposed to go into these little slots right here. And you kind of have to play with this to get them to tab in correctly, like that. And there is her vehicle mode. Small, cute, but again, you know, It's a shell former. So guys, there you have the Transformers Kingdom Deluxe Class Arcee.